Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. Well, the ongoing saga of ISIS continues. ISIL, it depends on who's speaking about it, but it is this goal of a group of Sunnis to establish an Islamic State. Now, what makes this significant is the territory that they want to conquer and cause this state to emerge has biblical significance. And I think it has biblical significance not only from the territory that it represents, but from what the scriptures say about what has to come. The prophet Daniel, in Daniel chapter 7, has had a dream, and he sees four beasts that represent four kingdoms. And the fourth kingdom really disturbs him. And he says this, Daniel chapter 7 verse 19, I wanted to know the true meaning of the fourth beast, which was different from all the others and more terrifying with its iron teeth and bronze claws, the beast that trampled underfoot whatever was left. And he gets an interpretation. The interpretation is the 10 horns on this beast. The 10 horns are 10 kings that will come from this kingdom, and after them another king will arise, different from the earlier ones. He will subdue 3 kings. He will subdue 3 kings. He will speak against the Most High, oppress his saints, and try to change the set times and the laws. The saints will be handed over to him for a time, times, and half a time, for 3.5 years, the last 3.5 years of Daniel's 70th week. Now, Daniel's 70th week starts when a covenant made by the Antichrist and is accepted, foolishly accepted by Israel, because he grants them certain possibilities, and very likely that would include the building of a temple. Excuse me. But he speaks of 3 nations that will emerge, and those 3 nations, we know from Ezekiel 38, are in the same geographical area that ISIS wants to establish its Islamic State. Now, I think this does have biblical significance, and I think we need to watch this area, and I think we need to watch something else. There is emerging a movement that is called the Turkish Islamic Union. The Turkish Islamic Union. It's been promoted and, if not sponsored, founded, sponsored, certainly promoted by one Harlan Yahya. Now, you can find this on Google. You're not going to find any commentaries, but you'll find the Turkish Islamic Union on Google. Go there and see what it says. Basically, the founder has said the Turkish Islamic Union is a union of love. Union of love. Union of hearts, in which every state will maintain its own identity. It will have a democratic and secular nature. It will respect human rights. It will establish an environment in which the people of all beliefs, Christians, Jews, Buddhists, atheists, can freely express their beliefs. Its foundation will be love, altruism, mutual aid, compassion, tolerance, understanding, and reconciliation. The Turkish Islamic Union will oppose all movements that incite war and conflict and represent a power that opposes all developments that provoke war. With the founding of the Turkish Islamic Union, America, Europe, China, Russia, Israel, in short, the whole world will be able to relax. Now, I would suggest to you that what is being suggested here, what is being promoted here, is nothing short than a counterfeit of the millennial kingdom that Christ will institute when he comes. This is a utopia that cannot exist in this world today, but it's being promoted. The writer goes on, he says, the Turkish nation will undertake a very special task in the end times, the Turkish nation. Now, they're not there yet under President Erdogan, at least not by his actions thus far. The characteristic of the Turkish nation is this: it is virtuous and a religious one. It has always been the standard bearer of Islam. And one of the issues that is raised here, well, Turkey is Sunni Muslim. They're at odds. They're fighting. ISIS is Sunni. Iraq and Iran are Shiite Muslims. Can they ever get together? Well, interestingly enough, when President Ahmadinejad from Iran was in power, he visited Turkey, visited Istanbul, during which he prayed behind a Sunni imam at the Sultan Ahmad Mosque. And following that, he made this statement: "The political message I'm sending here is very significant." That's what he says. He says, "If the Turkish Islamic Union is established, I will go along with the Sunnis and Shiites. I will go along with the Sunnis. I will pray behind the Sunnis and accept their leadership. I support the Turkish Islamic Union." Now, once again, the goal. The founding aim of the Turkish Islamic Union is to establish a climate of peace in which disagreements can be resolved by reconciliation and rational means. When the Turkish Islamic Union is established, terror and conflict will come to an end in a matter of moments, and all the world will live in peace. That's not going to happen until the Prince of Peace comes. But there will emerge at least a three-nation confederation that will espouse this. And we may be seeing that right now. I think that's the only thing that must take place before Daniel's 70th week, the 7-year countdown to the coming of the Lord. Before Daniel's 70th week is instituted by a covenant that will beguile Israel and the world into thinking it's something that it is not, something that the Islamic Turkish Union would advocate. Now, I think in the days ahead, we need to be prepared. God's people need to be prepared to think out of the box from traditional interpretations of the Scriptures. God says this in Amos chapter 3, verse 7. He says, "Surely Yahweh does nothing without revealing his plans to his servant, the prophets." That's coming. The prophets of God will know. And Jesus, by the way, has reminded us in John chapter 16. He says this: "When the Spirit of truth, the Holy Spirit, has come," and the Holy Spirit has come. "When the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all truth. He will not speak on his own. He will speak only what he hears. He will tell you what is yet to come. He will speak to you of things to come." Be prepared to hear things outside the box, the traditional interpretation of these end-time events. Till next week, Od Ki Yavo Shiloh, until Messiah comes, Yivareka Yahweh. God bless you. God bless yours.